YouTube, what is up? It's your boy Braalik and welcome back to the channel. It's good to see everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. New Year's right around the corner. I cannot wait for this new year, man. Today's video is gonna be the start of a brand new series called Behind the Beast. It's basically a series of where you guys can get like a little, a little insight, an inside look of how I play my game. What goes through my mind when I'm in gunfights, and just how I play my game, really. Because there's a lot, behind the scenes, than just watching your streamer or favorite player play. That's what the series is going to do. We're just gonna give you guys an inside look, basically tips and tricks. Also point out like what you can do, should have done, or things like that keep me on the ball and help me improve, every day on a daily basis. Very excited to jump into this series. So today's video we're just gonna walk through it, watch all the kills, the fights that I go through and encounter in this game. Yeah, I'll just be giving you guys feedback of how I want it and how I took my fights. Without further ado, I'm very excited and let's get into it. All right, so this was a 22 kill solo squad win right here. But jumping into it, I do jump peak, and hey, when you're solo squatting, you don't necessarily have to jump peak. You can go somewhere else, somewhere. If you're a more casual player and looking to improve, you don't need to drop at the hotspots. You don't need to jump hotspots at all. I jump at hotspots just to improve myself as a player, sort of like a challenge thing, and also to maximize skills. So if you're a casual player, looking to just work on your squad wipes or just take on easier fights, then you could definitely go somewhere, more on the outskirts, or somewhere that's not as hot. Never needs to jump peak or even airfield. As far as like for someone of my caliber, I feel like it's just good to improve, and it helps me in my my professional tournaments and stuff like that. So yeah, as you can just see, like peak is one of the hottest spots on the map, ever since the map came out. So there's always a bunch of people here, and that is why I jump here. Usually, I'll die a lot, and like I said, one thing, like it's okay to land somewhere hot and die. That's fine, especially when you're solo. Whenever I die, every time I die, I always review the situation, review the scenario, and I always say to myself, okay, what should I have done? What could I have done? Should I have done that? What could I have done to maybe avoid that? Next time you're stuck in that situation, your brain will process. It'll be like, hey, I think I've been here before. Let me try something different this time. And what I always tell people is get out your comfort zone. Whatever makes you uncomfortable, do it. Step out of your boundaries. Step out of your comfort zone. You want to enter those zones to where you're gonna be learning new things. I just feel like it helps your gameplay and it helps just improve you overall. You just keep doing the same thing over and over, and you're like, man, I'm not getting nowhere. That's because you're not trying out new things. You're not getting into sticky situations, for you to process and improve on. So get out your comfort zone. Main thing. Get out your comfort zone. Right here, it's just I'm kind of like I know if I go up, it's gonna be a little tricky because if I go up that ladder, I could get shot behind me, in front of me, etc. And people love to stay on that top part, especially when there's a Christmas tree during this event. So awareness. The biggest thing in gunfights or just in your general gameplay is your awareness. Game awareness is huge, and I feel like game awareness separates a lot of players. Separates a lot of players, from the casuals to the pros. Game awareness is huge, and it's something that I'm currently working on always, and you just want to always be aware of your situations. So right here, I hear people, I just use audio, I heard people down here jump down, get a knock. And you notice, every time in fights, you always want to, especially in solo quads, you always want to get a knock. That first knock creates the opening, okay? Once the opening is created, the whole team will focus that down. So that down person is going to be, hey, I got knocked, he's over here. It creates an opening, and that's where you can go in and work your magic. So nice little 2 kills. I created the opening, I pushed. You put pressure. Pressure is important. Pressure is very important. I heard a person drop in. That was him. Took him out easy. There's my awareness again right there. Just knowing, always looking at my mini map, always being aware of where shots are coming from. So you know where to, you have your plan A, your plan B, your 2 steps. Always thinking steps ahead of you, always. I know there's a guy on this heady close to me. I get that down from somebody running towards me. Yeah, I knew he was still there. Yeah, see, I knew that he was just prone, man was chilling. Oh no. That right there. Yeah, I probably should have died there, but that's just where, the movement, the gunny, comes to hand. That's my everyday grind, you know, all my yeah, individual skills. Well, you know, just learn, just improving, doing that over and over again. You know, we're learning the movement, and we will be doing movement. I will be doing a video specifically for movement as well, just to kind of give you guys tips on what to do in fights, like, or like, you know, as far as like strafing, slide canceling, ways to slide cancel, stuff like that. So that'll be an episode to come for sure in this series. We'll fast forward a little bit. I just 6 kills, you know, 6 kills to my name. You know, nice little hot drop kills at peak. Yeah, this guy just bought back. Pop my Deddy just to be safe. You know, you never know. There could have been more in there, so. I know his teammate got res, you know. There's my awareness again going on. Like, okay, there's one in the air. Gotta be aware. UAV right there. Pulls up. 2 on the hill. I know maybe the guy near the buy station in the air is in the air, right? Because he just got bought back. He's near the buy. So I know that guy's is flying back as well. So these 2 right here. Yeah, that guy kind of panicked, so it's kind of worked out for me. But I'm always looking at my mini map. I know they're behind me. I know they're up on that little hill, so kind of just wait. Notice I don't go for the thirst right away. Kind of, you know, that's again, like, people will focus their down teammate and they'll come over to extend to try to help. So you could definitely use down people. You don't necessarily have to thirst people right away. You can use them to bait their teammates to get them to extend. I'm sorry, that opening, it's like it triggers the squads, you know, like urge to go help their teammates. It's just how it works. Trying to look for these other 2 because this is where I saw them last on the UAV, but kind of looking slow. There's nobody really shooting at me, nothing. I'm always looking away from, you know, maybe looking at chat, but just know that I'm always you always want to be prepared. Always be prepared for any situation. What I mean by that is, like, I could get shot here any moment, you know, and I'm gonna be ready for it. So being aware of everything, you know, just being aware all the time is very, 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 very effective, because anything can happen in a BR, man. Anything, RNG, just getting shot on your back, you know, stuff like that. You always want to be aware of everything. In this series as well, we'll be doing solo quads, solo duos, solo trios, and also solos, and I'll review gameplay like that as well. A lot of players out there, man, that can win solo squads, and it's not easy. It's definitely the most difficult, you know, because you're going against 4 players at a time, but it's definitely possible. I feel like it's a very good way to improve, you know, overall. All right, I see these guys. They're the ones on the Christmas tree, and right here, this gun, man. As most of you will know now, the Bren is the meta, so I'm definitely using the meta guns, especially in solo squads, just to yeah, because you either die or you kill with this thing, man. It's ridiculous. I get the first knock. Yeah, in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe he has a self. But as soon as I down him, I'm like, okay, maybe this guy's. You always want to be aware of the self revives, you know. Just know that. Just keep in your head, every time you knock somebody, just assume they have self revive, so that your awareness is still on that person when you're shooting the other players. Always want to, like, keep checking back who you knocked, etc., etc. Because if they get up and you're shooting the other guy, he can kill you. You know what I'm saying? So always want to be aware of that right there. That's just in my head, you know. In my head, I'm thinking, like, okay, is he gonna? I took the bait, or I took the risk of shooting just left through the walls, because I feel like he would have ran to the left, you know, and he did. So as soon as I kept getting hit markers, I just traced accordingly, and we were able to get him down there. That's something, you know, more of. That's another thing we can get into, is like just like high IQ, you know, gunfights, like right there. We can definitely talk more about. But like, but he could have gone to the right, you know. I wouldn't probably, but I was hitting him, so I knew he was moving left right there through the walls. And then there's Krampus, you know, that's another RNG thing in the game. So it's kill him. Yeah, just unfortunate for that player. Also, if you hear Krampus on the map, most likely there's a team around that area, etc. So right here, it's just kind of freebies, man. These guys are just, you know, Krampus is doing his thing. It's just easy picks here. Nothing too crazy.
Let's go, Krampus.
Yeah.
I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
No, not me, not me.
Goes for me now because I got closer. Every time I'm in a fight or if I'm just moving, I'm always like being aware of like the circle, right? Because the circle shrinks and you wanna always focus on your positioning. So like let's say for example, if this wasn't in zone right now, I wouldn't be here, right? I would be working more towards being inside the zone so I can plan accordingly, you know, to fight these guys.
You are crazy, Krampus.
But I know I'm still in circle, so I can just go crazy, you know, I can go crazy here and, you know, try to take them out. I have the money, gonna buy a loadout. Get Ghost. Ghost is very, very effective in solo, you know, or solos in general. Usually, like, I won't even get my overkill class. I'll usually go Ghost off the rip, just because, like, I know, especially, like, the stacks sweaty teams, they'll always be popping UAVs. And it's really nice to fight sweaties, you know, when you're ghosted up already. So if you're a player that wants to improve on your KD or just getting kills, you know, beating your PR kills, you know, in general, then yeah, you always want to be pushing teams. Always. Like I said, you gotta get out of your comfort zone. Every time I play, and if you watch me play on a daily basis, I'm always pushing for kills. It doesn't matter. Obviously, like in tournaments, I'll play a little smarter and stuff like that. But as someone that, you know, that loves kill races and just gets high kills, you know, I always push for kills, always. And you'll see that a lot in, you know, your everyday favorite streamer. They're always playing aggressive, pushing for kills, etc. and stuff like that. So if you're someone you need to improve, don't be afraid to push people, man. Don't be afraid. Like I said, when you die, that's when you reevaluate yourself, review yourself, see what you could have done. Keep getting out of your comfort zone. I pop a UAV, I know a full team's down here. It looks like a full team. Kind of taking my time with it, you know, not really extending too much. Using the height to my advantage. Always want to, you know, high ground always wins. Usually always wins. Cluster, one thing, cluster went off, right? And you see me, I'm looking up to my minimap. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but clusters and precision airstrikes, they always ping a red dot on the map, which indicates as to where the player ping the airstrike or cluster. So keep that in mind. In Verdansk, it used to be only the precision airstrikes that showed them on the minimap, but now it shows cluster and precision airstrikes. So always keep that in mind, and then you can kind of get an idea of like, okay, he's right below me.
Everybody's gonna have self-revive.
Let me rotate out. You know, try to get a position. You know, position on him. But yeah, I last saw him down there. I know he's down there. So these are the guys that I knocked. They self-revived. Get another knock. He's behind the house, so I can't really extend. I checked my right again to see if anybody was coming above me, and yes, there was a guy. That guy was being smart, you know, he pushed up while his teammates, you know, he hears shooting and he knows that I'm fighting these guys as well. So he tried to get a flank on me, but luckily my awareness, you know, I had a feeling like somebody was coming up there to my right, and he happened to be there, so. And what I'm gonna do here is like, I'm gonna go back for that high ground. I'm not gonna go to my left and I'm not gonna stay low. I'm not gonna stay low to try to hold those guys. I'd rather get the high ground and just, you know, fight from there. Because high ground is such an advantage, man. Always high ground. It doesn't matter what game, man. High ground is always nice. It's always nice to be above everybody. And just you're using that head glitch up there, you know, to keep yourself alive. Because then, you know, when they're below you, they gotta push up to you, etc. This was the guy I knocked earlier. He self-revived. Yeah, and in caldera, self-revive is major, especially in Vanguard Royale, because the fire sale, everybody just gets it for free. So, like I said, always want to be aware that everybody has a self-revive.
What the?
Yeah, that guy, I think he had a dead silence. I didn't hear him at all. But, you know, it wasn't a team wipe, so his teammates got to be near.
Oh, no.
Now this, yeah, those are probably the meta secondary right now. Ridiculous. Like, I don't care who you are. You could be Jovo, you could be Aiden, you could be Biffle. It doesn't matter. They're not killing you if you have those things, man. It's nice to have my gulag this late. You know, I got 15 kills to my name. 10 teams left. Or you always want to try to use your gulag, man, like later in the game. You never want to really try to use it, you know, when you die off rip or in the early game. Now, I die off rip a lot because I'm always playing aggressive in the beginning, etc. But if you're a player that's trying to, you know, preserve your life and you're a little bit slower, then yeah, saving your gulag towards the end is very helpful, very effective. You don't necessarily need to go back for your loot. But this is also another thing, like getting out of your comfort zone. Like, I always go for my loot just to challenge myself. I always want to get a little payback on the people that killed me. So that's just the, you know, the ego challenge me, you know. But luckily here, in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe they moved up because the circle's moving. They're going to try to play position up front a little bit. So I was able to get my loot back successfully. And right here, I'm looking at everything around me. I'm like, okay, I saw that red dot on the right side. So they're probably fighting to my right down low. And then I'm looking at my circle, looking at where this next circle is going to be. I'm telling myself I could probably rotate left here. Somebody res, so I'm looking behind me. But right here, I'm already working towards next position. I'm like, okay, I can use this left side. I don't really hear any shots like on the outside to my left. I think I'm chilling. I'll still scan it though. Still scan my area. Look what's ahead of me, and I just, you know, just keep moving in towards the circle. Always looking behind me because that guy just res. Try to see where he's rotating, where he's going. I noticed the team popped the loadout right there on that buy station, so I'm gonna kind of stay away from that. Towards end game is where position. In the end game, kills will come as long as you're holding that position. Doesn't matter. End game is crucial for kills and just winning the game at that point, because you get that center position, everybody's moving in towards you as the circle gets smaller. Positioning wins, you know, positioning wins games, always. Right here, I know I got a little high ground. I'm not really necessarily in circle, but hey, this is me getting out of my comfort zone. I want to maximize kills still. Want to get more kills. So I'm gonna try to stay here for a little bit, try to get more kills if I can. If not, I'm gonna work towards the center and just work on the positioning, you know, because the kills will come. The kills will come. Now right here, circle moves, you know, and we're already moving. We're on the ball. As soon as that next circle hits, I'm already moving. I'm already trying to work position. Now also, unfortunately, I got a bounty on me now. So whoever that team is, you know, they know where I am, especially like towards end game. You know, it's like a 2-minute bounty, 2-minute, 3-minute bounty. So it kind of, it's a little makes it a little harder for you, for sure. I figured maybe I could snatch ghosts here. I got lucky. I'm right here. I'm thinking like, okay, there has to be a team here for sure. There has to be. There's no way there's not a team here. So I'm still gonna push in, but I'm gonna play a little bit slow. Try to, you know, use my audio, see what I can hear. So far, I don't hear nothing. Surprisingly, in my head, I'm thinking, wow, nobody's here. No way. Like what? What's going on? I'm looking back this way because there was a team that popped loadout. Okay, there was a team that popped loadout at that buy over there somewhere. So I know I got a team rotating there. Those teams from where I originally came from, they're still there, so that's where they're going to be rotating from. Just very aware of the situation, you know, all around me. And I kind of got an idea of where all the last teams are. So I'm going to hunker down in here. This is center. Like I said, center position wins. I'm going to just hold here, just try to hold my ground as much as I can, and just let the kills come to me. This is where endgame gets a little tricky, man. Like, it's really about just trying to get, you know, knocking people off the map from rotating, but also just thinking in your head, okay, well, what position will win? Where do I rotate next, etc., etc. So now right here, this is where that individual, you know, just practice of going against squads every day, every game. Just trying to see, you know, trying to wipe squads, and this is where the individual skill comes in, and this is what you can improve on. You know, the more you put yourself in those situations to fight out squads. You notice I just stayed up here the whole time. That is that high ground. High ground wins. These guys, you know, they probably should have killed me, to be honest, but we were able to just do our thing and come out with a dub against these guys. Stacked foreman, you know, they all pushed in. They were trying to get that position, but I held the second floor. Didn't really rotate down, and I was able to kill these guys. I'm looking over here. Okay, there's 3 teams left. You know, maybe one other solo and one duo team. I noticed an airstrike. Pick that up. Airstrikes clusters are very effective end game because the circle's very small. You don't really got to worry about, you know, people rotating long range. You just it pushes people out of position. You know, for those smaller circles. So airstrikes and clusters are very, very huge for end game. I hear these guys below me, right? I heard them pop like ammunitions or plates. I know I got circle, you know, I know I have circle inside here in the building for a little bit, but if you notice, if you look at the map, the circle's going to rotate out to the field most likely. But then again, it can rotate back to me either way. So right here, I'm like, okay, man, these guys are below me. I got to try to take them out. We're all going to rotate. We're all going to rotate here, so I got to think, what am I going to do? So I know they're under me on that side. I precision. I have a gas mask. I can play the gas a little bit. I can definitely play the gas a little bit to get some info and play it up. You know, play some defense. That was a crazy airstrike, man. It couldn't have gone better than that, you know. So that was a big W. I think I got a full off one of those. Yep, there's the other full, and then right now I know it's a 1v1. I think I see him. Yep, I find him and. I just kind of, you know, this is just kind of playing with them a little bit, and we were able to get the dub. Now we'll rewind this a little bit. I'm hearing these guys, right? I hear them right below me, so I know like I can use this airstrike to my advantage, right? And I know they're gonna rotate far side because that's where I last heard them.
On the roof.
So I was like, you know what? Let me just put an airstrike here. Or yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was a godly airstrike. If I didn't get that airstrike off, I probably would have lost the game. But even then, even in the most sticky situations, you guys, you have to make the most out of it. So you could definitely come out of it. You can definitely do it. Nothing is impossible, you know, as long as you just adapt and you improvise. And right here, I know it's a 1v1. I look down there, I didn't get shot, so I'm thinking maybe he's up here. I'm going to clear the top side so that I have the higher ground, and then I can work towards looking the bottom there. I did see him. And then I got a little fancy with that. I had a stim, speed boost, just execute the finish. This is the first episode of many. And I'm just going to be doing a lot of like tips and tricks. And then like, you know, stuff like that. What goes through my head when I'm doing solo squads, solo duos, solo trios, and solos. Because I love my solo grind. I feel like it's the best way to improve, to get better. I feel like solos, you know, you don't have anybody to give you comms to help you. So I feel like it's the best way to improve for sure. You're relying on yourself. You got nobody to help you. You'll definitely improve like that, man. A lot of people play with people every day, which is fine. You know, you'll still improve as a player when you're playing with other people. Yes, from there, that's like team chemistry, comms as well, and stuff like that. But if you really want to get the most out of yourself and, you know, push your limits, yeah, I definitely recommend soloing, you know, solo squads, even solos. Stuff like that. Work on your one-on-one game. Yeah, but without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of the series. If I missed anything, please comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you want to see in this series. You know, whether it's movement tips, gun improvement, you know, gunfights to improve your gunfights, stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you did like the video, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell down there for notifications when a new video goes live. But I appreciate you guys, for real. Thank you guys for tuning in, for watching this. If you did watch it all the way through, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much. Have a great one. And I'll see you guys soon, okay? Peace.